Imagine not hearing from God for 13 years, and then when you meet him, this is what happens. We are in Genesis chapter 17 today. Today we see the introduction of the physical sign of obedience, that is circumcision. We also get to learn about the power of names. In chapter 16, we see the birth of Ishmael. 13 years down the line, in chapter 17, we see God appearing to Abraham and then reintroducing himself to Abraham. He tells him, I am God Almighty, walk before me blameless. Walk before me blameless. I believe this had to come because of the shenanigans that happened back in Egypt between Pharaoh and Abraham and then Sarai. And also when Abraham chooses to be silent about whatever that was happening in his household between Sarai and Hagar. And so that was why this was supposed to be here. And then before God gives him the covenant, he tells him, I have to change your name. You cannot carry this name with you into whatever I have called you to become. Your name needs to be a reflection of who you are supposed to be. And so God changes his name from Abram to Abraham. Names are reflections of who God has called us to become. Okay, they are reflections of your purpose. They are a reflection of who you are supposed to be. And so what is your name? What is the meaning of your name? Do you think there has to be a change of name today? When God gives him the covenant, he tells him there has to be a period of set apartness. You have to separate yourself from the people outside the covenant. And so there has to be a physical sign of obedience, that is circumcision. And so he tells them, with the adults, you can do your thing, but for the children, they have to be circumcised 8 days after they are born. Why 8 days? Why on the 8th day? It is believed that it is on the 8th day that vitamin K is produced in the body, and so this vitamin K helps with blood clotting. Anything that happens after or no before it, there will be some challenges with blood clotting, and you would have to deal with it. And so we move forward. We see God changes the name of Sarai to Sarah, which is also princess. And then God tells him about Isaac and all of that. Abraham was like, oh, what about Ishmael? God tells him, I will bless Ishmael. Ishmael is blessed. Tells him what he will do for Ishmael, but tells him the covenant is with Isaac, not with Ishmael. That was a clear declaration of who the chosen person was. And then in chapter 18, we see the angels that were going to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah, and then the blessings they gave Sarai, and when she was laughing, being in doubt and all of that. But the angel of the Lord told him at the appointed